Namaste, everyone. You've probably heard the claim that European Christians built Western civilization. It's a favorite talking point among certain groups, but there's just one problem. It's a dishonest retcon of history. Western civilization doesn't start in medieval Europe. It starts with the Greco-Roman world, the world of Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and Cicero. These were not Christian societies. They were deeply pagan, religiously pagan civilizations that laid the foundation for philosophy, science, medicine, law, and governance. Think about it. If Western civilization was built by European Christians, then what do we do with Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, with Hippocrates, the father of medicine, with Pythagoras and Euclid, whose mathematical principles still form the basis of education today? None of these men were Christian. They predated Christianity by centuries, and they weren't proto-Christians in any way. Christianity didn't even become dominant in Europe until the late Roman Empire, when Emperor Constantine made it legal in the 4th century CE. But even then, Roman civilization wasn't created by Christianity. It was already an empire of grand cities, aqueducts, roads, and laws, long before Jesus was even born. The real foundation of the Western world comes from Greco-Roman principles: democracy, republicanism, philosophy, and the scientific method. Christianity may have later become part of Europe's cultural fabric, but it inherited its civilization from Rome, not the other way around. In fact, when Christianity did take over Europe, we saw the decline of scientific and philosophical inquiry. I'm free and available to debate any Christian apologists on this topic. The Christianization of the Roman world coincided with the collapse of classical learning. The great libraries of antiquity were neglected or burned. For centuries, much of Greek and Roman knowledge survived, not in Christian Europe, but in the Islamic world and in Byzantium. While medieval Europe was struggling to retain classical texts, Islamic scholars in places like Baghdad were translating and preserving the works of Aristotle, Galen, and Euclid. It was through this transmission that much of Greek philosophy and science re-entered Europe during the Renaissance. The Renaissance wasn't about Christianity building Western civilization. It was about Europe reclaiming what was already theirs from antiquity. Humanism, the revival of classical learning, and the scientific revolution were direct continuations of Greco-Roman intellectual traditions, not products of medieval Christian theology. So the next time someone claims that European Christians built Western civilization, remind them that civilization is not a medieval monastery project. The West was born in Athens and Rome, built on pagan foundations, and only later adopted Christianity. The real question isn't whether Christianity built the West, but how much of the West had to be rebuilt after Christianity took over. And this is where I end my dissertation. Thank you for watching.